how you doing? I'm Jennifer. Welcome to Jennifer's Creative Corner, where we do anything crafty and creative. And today, I have some opinions with a capital O. These are my opinions, okay? So, they could be wrong. Or they might not be that unpopular at all. They might not be spicy opinions. But let me know if you disagree, comment below. Boost me in the algorithm. I need it. And if you agree, also boost me in the algorithm by commenting below. Also like and subscribe. So let's get into this. Number 1. Premier Perfect Chunky is overrated. I know the Crochet Illuminati is gonna come get me, but it breaks on me like no other. Like, I just stopped using it. I couldn't do it anymore. I stopped using it, and honestly, if I want to use chenille, something like a loops and threads or a Bernat works a lot better for me. Like, I know a lot of people love this yarn, and it has its place, but it's not in my stash. I still have some left to de-stash. I gave a lot of it away to other crafters because it wasn't my thing. Number 2. Don't shame people for their big and or small yarn stashes. Okay? Don't yell at people for having a huge yarn stash and yell at them about overconsumption. They probably are aware that they have a huge yarn stash. They probably are aware that it's an overconsumption problem. But if they're using the yarn, negligible. Now, if you have also people with big yarn stashes, don't shit on people with small yarn stashes because there's a small. Like, they have a lot of restraint, and they only buy in small amounts, or they can only buy in small amounts, and that's fine. Like, let's just stop with the yarn shame on both ends, and let's just all be happy. Okay? Number 3. Thick or expensive yarn isn't going to fix your tension issues. Okay, I still have a lot of tension issues, and I found out that it doesn't matter what kind of yarn I use or what kind of hook I use. It's not gonna, like, at the end of the day, it's mainly up to you to fix your tension issues. Like, yeah, you could use, a bigger hook or a smaller hook or different yarn, but at the end of the day, a lot of it comes down to you. Okay? And what your specific tension is, and how you hold the yarn, and how you grip the yarn, and all of that. That is, like, tension is something I feel like I will be working on forever, and I'll always just be tinkering with tension and trying to get it just right so that I don't have holes in my work. Okay, if the Premier Perfect Chunky one if the Premier Perfect Chunky opinion didn't get me banned by the Shadow Crochet Illuminati, this one will. I love a good market day vlog. I can't crochet fast, so I think that so I just kind of think that people who can do that are, like, mythical, in my opinion, and people who can fill a booth with crochet items, hats off. You deserve all the kudos. I'd worry about your hands. But I find that a lot of people use the same patterns, or they use the same general designs for animals. And I know that, it's based on what sells, what doesn't sell, but that kind of depends on where you are and what time of year. There's a bunch of factors on what sells and what doesn't sell at a certain time. But I just find that a lot of people are selling the same things, like axolotls and cows and leggy frogs and what are some other ones? Did I say axolotls? Turtles, like the sea turtles. Where's some other ones? But yeah, just when you watch enough market day vlogs, you're just like, a lot of these squids, not squids. booty turtles. I've seen those a lot. Octos. Love octos. A lot of sea creatures. And it's just like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't make what everyone else is making. I would have to be like, I'm annoying in that fact that I'm like, no, I have to be different. Because why? Because then you have the thing when you have multiple crocheters at a single market and they're all selling similar items. And it's just not it's not good for anyone in that situation. Because the customer gets confused. The crocheters are like, we're all losing business. But it should be up to the event runners to jury those people out. But that's a discussion for another time. But I just find that a lot of people at markets sell the same things. And I just, I don't want to make those things. I want to make what I want to make. And that's why I do this as a hobby. That's why crochet is fun for me. Is because I can create anything I want. And I don't have to worry about, like, it's selling well. I just have to worry about my other items selling well, my manufacturer items, at jenniferscreativecorner.com. Shameless plug. Okay, next spicy opinion. Learning magic ring isn't hard. Once you get the hang of it, it's like second nature. Like, it's muscle memory at that point. I know some people do chain too, but I just think that magic ring is tighter. And it leaves a better finish. And it's like, it's not that hard to do a magic ring once you get the hang of it. I mean, when you first started, I remember I was learning from a book, and it was so difficult to get it first with the yarn in my hands, and I felt like so clumsy, and my hands felt so fat. But then I got it. Now it's like second nature to me. It's not that, I know there's no wrong way to crochet. So maybe this one has an asterisk next to it. But there's no wrong way to crochet. But there are some techniques that might be better than others. Now, I don't know if this one's a hot take or not, but not everyone deserves a handmade gift. Some people in your life they don't deserve it. Maybe they won't appreciate it. Maybe they don't understand the amount of time that goes into it. Maybe you just don't have a good relationship with them and you're doing this out of obligation. Like, unless you're really gonna love the process of making the handmade gift, just skip it. Just skip it. There are some people in my life where I would never make them a handmade gift because they don't deserve it. There are some people where I'm like, yeah, 100%, I have made handmade gifts for people, but those are very few select people in my life that I would make a handmade gift for. Okay, next. Cotton yarn has its place in amigurumi. Because if you want like a doll or something, if you want something like with a live detail, you're not going to get that with chenille yarn or blanket yarn or whatever. Okay, you can try, but I just find that if you want good detail, you're going to get it with cotton yarn or like a polyester type, like a cotton yarn. I don't know what the sheep just cotton is made of. This is for another video. Like the sheep dress kankana, I think this is. Like, I don't know, this is some sort of cotton blend, I think. Look. And yeah, my tension is kind of all over the place. But it's like, those are some good, like, nice detail. You're going to get some nice detail in this doll, hopefully. Now, I will admit, it's not the snuggliest if you want something to snuggle or cuddle. Next hot take, non-ergonomical hooks. Like the regular hooks that don't have any sort of grip on them, they suck. They hurt your hands. They hurt my hands. It's not fun to use something with like the length of like this is the that with whatever. Like, I like something that I can actually like hold and it feels comfortable in my hands, especially if it's a small hook. Like those Susan Bates ones. No. If you're just starting out, I'd say buy a single like ergonomic hook on Amazon or Clover. Just start with one. That's what I did. Is I randomly picked it up one day. Just buy like a skinny yarn and one in this corresponding hook and the corresponding Clover hook. Your hands will thank you. I know you can get tempted with other hooks and like those starter kits on Amazon. No, that's all you need. Just start with that. Your hands will thank you. Next two kind of fold into each other. It's okay not to be good at it, at crochet. It's okay. It's okay to have some wonky looking tension if you're just gonna be using it if you're just doing this for funsies. Like, it's okay to embrace your sucking stage where you're not quite where you're like where I am, where you're not quite a beginner, but you're not advanced yet. And you're kind of in that middle ground where, again, you're in that moderate category. It's okay to not be the best immediately. It's okay to embrace being like, hey, you know what? This doesn't look that great compared to others, but this is the best I can do. It's okay not to be great at it. And it's okay to just embracing the sucky stage. And being like, oh, haha, or even just make fun of it. Just be like, oh, haha, look at this cursed plushie I made, or, because you look at those and you figure out how you can improve. You look at, say, a shape of a head, or a fin, or a leg, or a paw, and you go, that's where I can fix it, or right there, or there. And you can learn from your mistakes so that you can get better. Your work is like of more advanced quality, I'll put it that way. Next one that kind of ties into it is, it's okay to have crochet as a hobby. Just as a hobby. It's okay to not. Everyone is always stressing side hustles. And, you're an artist? You should you should sell your work, or you should, sell, or you should sell your crochet, you should sell your knit, you should sell your pottery, or jewelry, or you should become a sports star. Like, people always say stuff like that, and some people just, not everyone wants that. Some people just want to keep crochet as a hobby, and maybe put out a couple patterns, maybe sell a couple of these, but nothing that is like a business. And that's okay. That's okay. You don't need to make every interest a side hustle. I just feel that that's very important to mention. Okay, next. Sewing amigurumi isn't that bad. I know it's tedious, and you get all excited because you've done the fun part, which is crocheting it, and you're like, oh yay, it's all done. And then you're like, wait, no it's not. And it's like, I have one of those big fat threaders by Clover. I'll probably put a picture up. And it makes sewing so much easier. Also, having yarn that doesn't like rip all the time, that'll help too. Look at you, perfect junkie. It doesn't take that long to sew on parts. It's tedious work, but it's not the hardest work. It's not. And again, your sewing is a skill. You'll get better at it the more you practice. And if you don't practice, you're not going to get any good at it. So that when you do have a sewing pattern, you can do the sewing part with some level of finesse. Okay, 2 more. 1, I don't like granny squares. I don't know why. I'm just not a fan of how they look. Like, they look pretty, but I don't have any interest in making one. I don't have any interest, as of right now, in making granny squares. Because I am the kind of person who would make 2 of them and be like, okay, I'm done. And then I would never do anything with them. So, it's not, I don't know if it's sustainable would be the right word. It wouldn't be a good use for me to try to do granny squares. Because it's just not something I enjoy. I like making 3D objects. And the final one, this one just kind of baffles me. I don't understand the pencil hold. There's no wrong way to crochet. I'll say that again. There's no wrong way to crochet. But I don't understand how you guys hold it like this. How do you hold it like this? And then you're like, this is how I hold a pencil. And people who do it like, and then it's like, you do it like, how? I don't get it. Whereas I do mine like I do a knife grip. That's just, honestly, I didn't know you had a pencil grip. There was pencil grip until like maybe a couple months ago, maybe a year ago. And it just mystifies me because I'm just like, how can you do that? But then again, people who do pencil hold probably look at knife hold and go, how the hell do you do that? So, it's probably equal on both ends. But either way, as long as you're crocheting, as long as you're using the yarn that you buy, as long as you're creating, you're doing it right. And that in itself might be spicy, but that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, that's about it. I'll see you next time with another fun video. Drink your water, take your meds, get good sleep. I'll see you next time. Bye.